Desktop audio live. Yep, definitely. And there we go. All right. And of course, this went down. Hold on. Come on. Welcome, everyone. All right, there we go. Welcome back to the Legacy of Mythal campaign. Uh, doesn't look like we have any audio issues this week. Fantastic. So, what happened last week? The party left Romalia Haventree's villa. That doesn't... No, does that sound right? Yeah, no. I guess that is correct. Yeah, so they left Romalia Haventree's villa to find the city abuzz with rumors about the strange disturbances, as the resonances continued about every 20 minutes like clockwork. The animals and people around them now went silent each time, and then the sounds of the city would start up again. Alamir and Smock went to visit the wizard Paneth Grimborn to retrieve the finished Cloak of Displacement. Then they joined the rest of the group at the Safe Haven Inn in the South Ward. At dinner, they were joined by Spot, who had spent the past 3 days straight training with Master Wong at the Temple in Elturel. Lady Silith had brought him back, and she gave a blessing to Hef and told Luna, when he questioned her about it, that she knew what the resonance was, but it wasn't her place to talk about it. And then she left. In the morning, they sat down for breakfast and were joined by Rian Nightshade, the council representative for the Zentarum. She offered the heroes positions within her organization, as it seemed to her, from what had happened during the report to the council, that they were more aligned to how the Zentarum did things as opposed to their current factions. The group responded politely and then thanked her for the offer, and then she left. As Nightshade walked out the door, Shua An walked in past her and joined the heroes for breakfast. She apologized for the treatment during the council meeting and assured them that it had been simply for crucial political maneuvering and that all future reports would be taken in person, and gave them assurances that the handling of the treasure for reparations was in very trustworthy hands. Then she gave them all upgrades to their faction pendants corresponding to increases in their ranking within each of the 3 factions. She apologized for the lack of formal ceremony for the promotions, but times dictating expediency over formalities, etc. Then she shared a few more items from the council and told them that Obslin would arrive the next morning with some magic items he was gathering for them. When Luna asked her if she knew what the resonance were about, she insisted on going upstairs and talking within one of Alamir's tiny huts. She told the group that the resonances had been identified as coming from an ancient artifact called the Drakhorn, an item made from the horn of an ancient red dragon, a former consort of Tiamat herself. During the time of war, millennia ago, the war between the giants and the dragons. Its last known location was the far north in the Sea of Moving Ice, and whether it was there or elsewhere, was sending signals of unknown purpose, specifically to chromatic dragons, although all dragons, and those with strong ties to the primal world, could also feel and somewhat hear it. The factions were desperately working to figure out more, including where it was being sounded from, and hopefully more would be known on the morrow. So a day was spent resting, with Luna doing some shopping, Alamir shipping rare books to his friend Mojari, Jenkins sharing cold ale with drunks in the streets, and Smock paying a visit to Rian Nightshade to ask her about his twin brother. She didn't know anything but promised to make inquiries on his behalf. The next morning, as promised, Obslin showed up, and the heroes switched out or added new magic items. Then they headed to Haventree Villa for another meeting. Romalia was there, along with Melanor Fellbranch and Sava Bellabranta. And they explained that not only were young and adult dragons seen flying toward the Well of Dragons, but they had also figured out some things about the ritual to bring Tiamat into the world. The 2 Mythal artifacts are key pieces that they believe could help sever her connection with the first level of hell. And the cult had been sending groups of people to the two main crossing points into the Feywild and the Shadowfell, probably to retrieve them. The heroes were asked to try and stop them, and they agreed, and chose to start with the crossing into the Feywild near Hill's Edge. They teleported there and spent a couple of hours visiting friends and family who they hadn't seen in several months, and then set out for the crossing. With Alamir's intimate knowledge of the path, they found it easily, crossed through, and were immediately set upon by a green razor fiend and zealot, who they quickly took down. And that is where we rejoin our group here at the crossing in the Feywild. So, Alamir, what you know is that north by northeast, past the dead bodies, is a more or less path, kind of follows the stream around till it cuts back, and it's a couple miles to the place known as the
Open Fay.
Yeah, what's it called again? Known as the Court of Stars, which is where the Feywild Mythal is held. And just a reminder, you were told that the court had been cleared because the Mythal has been unstable, and you were asked to both stop it from being grabbed and by the cult of the dragon, but also that if you felt you needed to, you could. You're also given a box that you could safely put it in that would protect you from the emanations, and you were given permission to take it back with you if you needed to keep it safe. Right? What do you guys want to do?
Looking at the ground in this specific area, can I tell how many? I mean, I know they're not the only ones here. That guy. Has there been movement more to that direction? Has there been, army come through?
So that would be a
people?
survival check.
Can I assist him with that if he points it out to everybody?
Can he do it for me?
or actually, so Spot and Luna.
I'm not trained in it. That's why I'm assisting.
Yeah.
Neither am I.
Who else? Smock, are you trained in it? No.
That was held by Jinx.
Well,
pretty
Jinx is
And Luna.
trained in a lot of stuff.
It's okay. I'll just use his.
So of course, Hef and Jinkin and Luna are all proficient in it. The three that I'm controlling tonight.
So Alamir points that out, like, do you guys see any tracks? And they all look around.
Well, so yeah, Luna gets
He's about the same as me.
Yeah, gets very sidetracked or otherwise. So a 14 survival. You see tracks. You see plenty of tracks going in multiple directions. Nice. Okay, we will accept that. So Spot, you look past the Razor Fiend and the Zealot and up above to the north, where the grass turns softer, the ground turns softer, and in the grass you see a distinctive number of tracks, and you can tell that they have been that there is a group that traveled that way.
Over there, guys.
Approximately, they're about the same size as your group, best as you can tell, and humanoids walking, and you guesstimate that they probably walked that way maybe 3 to 4 hours ago. Probably about 3 hours.
Tracks and other things, and I can know how fresh they are, but I have no clue what they are since I'm not trained in it. And I pointed all out to these guys if you guys can pick up on any of the track types or what we're looking at, but I just say they were here and they went that way. And very fresh.
Here, somebody
Does
has
the owl?
something. Whoa.
Hello? Does the owl? I'm gonna send him out and about to do a survey.
Okay.
Does he pick up? I mean, like, a good 100 yards off of both sides of the river. Just do a patrol sweep.
100 yards. Okay. Now roll me a D100, please.
D100. D100. How about that? How about them apples?
Okay. All right. So.
The owl was shot out of the sky. All right.
So the owl. The owl comes back, and in each claw is holding a shoe. Looks like a dancing shoe, like a bright, shiny, like tap dancing shoe with like rhinestone buckles. Huh?
Are their feet still in it?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. And you look at and in Elvish, there's writing on each one on the top.
Please return to owner if found.
The one shoe says "looking good," and the other one says "kicking butt."
Do I recognize these shoes? Or that specific writing, phrasing.
Well, the phrasing is it's just a cute little saying, right?
Gotcha.
That young folks sometimes like to say. Roll.
I didn't know if it was like a local bard or anything.
No, roll 2d10.
2d10. Come on, let's start this game off with some.
Go double tens.
That's right. Okay, how about 110? Almost.
Okay. No, you have no. Yeah, you've
Nothing.
never
Fine.
seen these shoes before.
Okay.
Take them anyways.
Yep. Take the shoes. See if
Okay.
they fit later.
Okay. And so
Do you
go
wanna
ahead and
check
put
to see
those
if they're
down.
Magical.
Yep. And put down the number 97 next to them when you
Put
put
them in
them
the bag.
somewhere.
Okay.
Yep.
So, do they sense like they're magical?
Um,
Bag of holding.
I would
need
just
to ask
simply,
it that way.
you are in the Feywild, and it is highly likely they're magical.
Feywild. Magical dancing shoes. Shimmer. Shoes.
Maybe they're butt kicking shoes.
That's right, they could be
literally labeled right on it.
That's true. 97. Roll 97.
All right.
97 butt kicking shoes. They're just missing that, last three because it's, 100 shoes on the wall.
Kick butt
Take one down.
and take names.
All right. So you begin walking north.
Is it all happy and glamour looking like this, or is it more just dark fey? I mean,
So here's the thing. So this is a picture of the Feywild, but you are actually in the twilight area of the Feywild. So as you move further away from the entry point, from the crossing point, it begins to become twilight. So it is, you can see everything clearly. It is obviously vibrant colors, like what you had seen crossing in, but it is now like a permanent dusk. And as you're walking, what kind of order? Who's in front?
I will stay in the front to keep ahead of everybody a little bit since I move a little bit faster and keep my eyes out.
Okay.
So 60 feet away from me, because I'll be number 2. or 30? How far ahead?
However far you want to let me get ahead of you.
Well, I'll make a lot of
If you say
noise.
stay within 20 feet, I'll stay within 20 feet. If you say don't go too far, I won't go too far.
How about 30
I
feet?
mean, we're a group. Sure.
30.
That's fine.
Yeah, just because I can get to you.
Okay.
Not if I run.
I know.
So Spot, go ahead and make a perception check for me as you're walking through the Feywild forest.
I see everything.
You certainly do.
There's my 2 good rolls, guys. A 15 and a 20. I'm done.
Yeah, you can leave now.
So just there's the path opens like you the path goes through these 2 bushes, and brightly colored yellow and purple leaves, and as you go to push through, you stop before you step all the way through into a clearing, and in front of you in this clearing, it is you see 6 full-sized mushrooms. I mean, they're like 5.5. They're various sizes, like between 5 and 6.5 feet tall.
Okay, those are giant mushrooms to me, because my mushrooms I'm used to are like this big and they go into soup.
Yes, they're huge.
So
human.
I see that and I go, guys, there's some giant mushrooms ahead. And I kind of like back off and go tell them. Catch them before they get within 15 feet, I guess, to see what you guys want to do. Clearing's got some gigantic mushrooms. Like as tall as me, mushrooms.
Any smiles coming from the tops of them?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Any cats?
Me or him? Is he gonna, you're going up to peek at him, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's good, because my Arcana sucks.
Excellent. All right. So you get a sense, like you've never seen exactly mushrooms like this, but there's plenty of stories of lots of weird stuff from the Feywild, and you get a sense from just the look of this bare. It's a completely bare, open, almost perfectly round glade that you don't ever remember seeing on this path before. But that's not unusual to see things new when walking through the Feywild, right? Things change all the time. But there's nothing near these mushrooms, which means that there is some type of fey magic creating what you would imagine in the Feywild. If you see something separated from everything else, often that means that there is some type of contractual magic happening. So if you step into the glade, you would be required to do something.
Well, first I want to know, with my school, is it anything or any part of it, or is it illusionary?
Not that you can tell. It does not look like an illusion.
Great. I explain this to the others and I say the choice is to go around, or the minute we step into it, we have accepted what it is and we have to go with it.
You're the wise one on everything Arcana. How about what does the druid have to say?
Luna's experience, if you see contractual magic, you would try to avoid it. From the 3 years that she spent living in the Feywild, you never know what you'll end up having to do.
Okay. I'm okay trying to avoid it if we can.
Then let's go around it.
Yep.
Okay.
It's pretty easy. It's not an actual path, but you're able to find a way around it through the trees. Spot.
Okay. I'll head around.
All right. Spot, go ahead and so you continue to travel. You travel past the glade. As you're about halfway, or a little past halfway, the last person, which we'll say is, let's say, is Luna taking up the rear. You can all hear very faintly a cacophony, a small group of voices, all whispering loudly. You hear what sounds like, "Eat us! Please eat us!" And that
That's
sounds
weird,
sounds like
guys.
it's coming from the glade.
Yeah, no. It's like saying drink me.
I heard little girls like to take those types of things and do
That
that.
just sounds wrong.
And you
You've
can
never heard of that little girl that always drank all these weird potions?
Alice?
I think that's her name, yeah.
Oh, that's what I was looking for.
She went to some Fey Wonderland, they said. Maybe it'll make us
I say ignore it and keep walking. It's the sirens of the mushroom glen.
so you continue on by another.
Do we have to fight it? Meaning mentally, or do we just
No,
walk away?
no, not at all. You just walk away.
Okay.
Not a problem. You didn't step into the glade. You just walk on by. That's a very timely perception roll. So, Spot, roll me a D100, please.
D100.
Yes, please.
See if you can beat 97. Ooh, close.
Wow, that's okay. You guys just gonna stay down there.
You find another pair of shoes. This one says thunder. This one says lightning.
No, those are the gloves.
Oh, the gloves that go with the shoes. Got it.
All right. So you're I'm not even. All right, Mr. Biology, what does mandrake look like?
Mandrake. It's a red leaf.
That's right.
It's very skinny and pointy. And it's got a little baby in the middle of it going. Oh, sorry, movie adaptation.
Yes.
Movie adaptation.
So as you're walking along, you
Good for tea.
yeah, you are you realize, Spot, that there's a huge patch of mandrake that spreads out for several yards on either side of the path. But nothing sticks out to you as it being particularly dangerous or unusual. Alamir, you don't think it's
skinny green. Sorry.
skinny green? Okay.
Right.
But on as you begin to step through, you reach about halfway spot with Smock behind you stepping into the patch. The tops of each of the mandrake plants open up these wide. It splits. The stalk splits, and there's this mouth that kind of opens up, or it opens up these openings, and a shriek of terror and/or pain comes out of the plants, and they begin screaming.
I turned back to Alamir, holding my hands over my ears, going, "I thought you said that was in the ground." Movie reference. Never mind. I have to pull them out of the pot for.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay, I got you. How big is this patch?
It's you get through it pretty quick, but it's making a lot of noise. So
I would say we need to move quickly, either quickly or we stand here and we just incinerate it.
Yes. You quickly move through and move beyond it. Everyone make perception
And
checks,
keep a
please.
look back, yeah. That was coming. Well, actually, I didn't know what was coming. What did they call in?
Do this over here. Let me grab this.
I'm
Okay.
assuming the other three are making perceptions with us, right? Whoa, I'm like rolling okay tonight.
I'm gonna if
Don't put me in a fight, because then I'll fail.
Nice
Oh,
two of
wow.
us.
Jinx is really good at perception. Actually, everyone. Wow, there's a lot. Wow, there you go.
Really?
There's a lot of people better than perception than me, and my name is Spot, so
It's all in the name.
So
I just taught them very, very well. That's all. When we were kids.
Which way do we go? Which way do we go?
yeah. So Alomir, Jinkin, and Luna all like you. You all see, and actually Spot as well. You see off in the distance a something green, a green skinned green with green leaves for hair. Creature looks like probably a dryad, heading towards the mandrake patch. It does not look like she's seen you.
You're muted.
Since Alamir's been here, not that he's been here a lot, but is this being a creature that would normally be found just walking through the forest? And is it more customary to hail, how you doing, glad to meet you? Or is it more like a void and we don't talk to these people because they like to be alone?
Well, your parents have talked to usually are cordial, but if they're in a hurry, they'll be like, nope, no time.
Well, then Alamir's
No,
going to at least be seen. He's not going to avoid it. He will acknowledge that they're there, and we will continue on our path. If that intercedes her path, their path, then it does. But he's not going to go out of the way. I mean, that's what he would do because that's what his parents would do.
Okay. Then we'll make this simple. Here we go. She's a ways off. Let's just do.
Is she wearing anything that identifies her? Of a certain family, a certain crests, certain colors?
No.
Okay.
No, she does not.
Yeah, she's wearing black robes with big red horns coming out, with a skull on the background, and like a Tiamat head decoration. Those sort of things.
Well, I don't know why that didn't come up. Okay, but
I think we'd have another person running without even asking any questions if that happened.
Or a Bahamut, on the back.
So you don't try to hide, and you casually you keep walking. She is heading right for the patch that you just went through, and she stops and looks, and you notice she notices you, and she cocks her head and kind of begins to skip more quickly towards the mandrake patch, and you see her inspecting the mandrakes very carefully. They're not making any noise. They're all quieted down.
Sure, we didn't kill them all. So
Yeah. Good thing we
job
didn't have a
not
barbecue.
fireballing it.
Yeah. and then she looks up at the group of you up ahead on the trail, and she just waves,
And
smiles,
cordial way back.
and
Little head nod, little gotcha.
and she kneels back down to tend the mandrake.
The grove. Good.
Yep. All right. And you continue on the way. So, Smock, roll me a D100, please. $45. So you, there's an opening after another half hour. You're about halfway to the not quite halfway to the Court of Stars. And Spot, there's a little grove of trees and then a break, and in that break the path winds to the left of this still pond. It looks like the pond is just nice, is just a clear, crisp, glassy sheen to it. No ripples in it.
How wide is the pond?
It's only about 40 feet across, like from you, and maybe 20 feet wide.
Ever seen it before?
Again, nope. It has never been on this path before.
And any water sources going into the pond or going out of the pond?
Not that you see. No, you
Because
see no
we've
water
kind of
sources.
sort of
Run
been
across it and back in one round, guys.
I know, but what I'm saying is, compared to the river, which should be off to our right.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to connect to the water sources. And then two, same thing. Look to see if this is that conjecture magic stuff. And I explained, I've never seen this before, and this is the path we take.
So
Arcana again, or
I will say that there is always at least one new thing every time you take this path.
okay, then that's fine. But I would rather be safe than sorry. To
Yep.
see if it's
So
new versus
this is, however, a very large amount of change, considering it was.
Yeah, it could be a reaction to what's going on.
I'm trying to think. It was only what, maybe
3 months ago?
3.5, 4 months the last time that you were here,
When the call came,
or at least in
the real world.
at least within the material plane.
I'll tell Spot, hey, if you want to try out your feet to not get wet, if you want to run it, go ahead. Let us know how the water is. But I also tell him, I've never seen this before. This is completely new.
I'm not going to run across it, but I will keep my eye on it if we're going to go to the side of it.
Yeah, then
Make
we'll
sure
do that.
there's no ripples, no water movement, anything else, because
As you're
all I know about the Feywild is anything can be anywhere.
Spot, as you approach a little closer and you look into the water, it is a clear, glassy reflection, and it perfectly mirrors the trees and bushes on the other side. But in the reflection of the pool, all of that flora looks old and withered.
I point that out to everybody, going, I think the pool drains your life, because looking into it looks like it drains the life of everything. Or you go to another upside down, is that what they call those things?
Alamir, ever heard about it? The upside down? No. Pools showing or reflecting the future, or
There is an Underdark in the Feywild called the Feydark, just like the Shadowfell has the Shadowdark. But in terms of like, but the upside down of the Feydark is the Shadowfell.
and so there is nothing moving in it, only seeing the reflection of
Correct.
death. Okay.
And it's not necessarily death as much as it is like a great age.
It's a lot older.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm still going to say we need to skirt this. Let's not stay on the edge. Let's not use the reflections of our side. I don't think you looked into it to yourself. Did you, Spot?
No, I glanced off of it.
So
to the
he did
other
an
side.
angular mirror check. Okay. That's what I just don't think we should do. I don't think we should actually look into it to see ourselves. So Alamir says, stay a distance enough away where you don't see that, nor do we see each other's reflections in it.
Very good. All right, and you can easily do that. Skirt around it, not looking into it, making sure everyone just kind of ignores it.
Make sure Hef doesn't do it.
Yeah.
He's a kid.
Yeah.
You can't
All right,
tell
Hef. Here we go. Oh, wow. Hef does not have a good wisdom save. All right, he's okay. He's all right. He's like, of course not.
Okay.
I am disciplined. Hef is disciplined. He will not look.
Okay.
Um,
And the only, I mean, safety is right now. We need to get to where we need to get. We don't need to
yes. Absolutely.
hoity-toity or.
All right, and you continue on, and up ahead, you see a part. You see an opening. The trees open. The stream like cuts back, so it's crossing right in front of you, and then heading like south, and there is here. Let's just bring you all here. Hello. Do it this way. So
Okay, where's Willy Wonka?
you are all on the far right,
Yeah.
and what you see in front of you, there is the stream kind of splits. There's a little island, and there is right. So you see a log that crosses that piece, and it looks like there's stones and lily pads crossing to the other side. You probably could leap over the stream like to the north of you.
Up here.
No, further like up here.
Oh, okay.
Up here where it's like it would be. I mean, it's like a 10-foot, like a 10 to 12-foot leap
Gotcha.
possible. But there's a good number of stones on the other side of the island, which look like you could pretty easily like walk across. If you wanted to try that.
Normal river color.
Yeah, for the Feywild, absolutely.
Okay.
Nothing special. And you also have all the other, like you have lily pads. Sometimes lily pads you're able to step and walk on them. These
Right.
look pretty thick and relatively stable, at least in appearance.
And by the way, as usual, everybody has water breathing.
Okay.
It would have been all my rituals would have been cast at the beginning of the day.
Very good. Very good. So
Please log in to the Google Home app.
Exactly.
we are. So,
I used my ability to run across the top of the water to the other side.
okay. Yep. You run across, and there is no issues. There is like the very interesting like stones with it's just like lights coming up from within. It just looks like it's magically lighted. You don't feel any
Do I
effects.
see any writing or anything on it at all anywhere?
You do not.
Just glowing stones over here, guys.
Everybody go ahead and roll a perception at this point. I would say only.
And the downhill starts.
Okay. So, Smuck, you and Luna kind of steps forward, as she's as she often does, and you and Luna notice some movement on the other side of the river in these big trees over here, and you notice to the left what looks like a staircase heading up into these tall trees. And looking closely, Luna says, "Well, I think I see like a window and someone looking out of it between the within the like branches of the tree."
Can I take an action to use my owl's vision? To change over to owl vision so that I can see what it sees and direct it to the around those trees.
Yep, absolutely.
So I mean, just skirt the tree, circle the tree, get all the different directions.
Mm-hmm. So
And I mean, then when he's done, I'll take the reaction and get out of it.
okay. So where? Oh, of course. I need. How come I don't have that? Hello. There we go. That works. Let me just pop this up here. Come here. Come here, lady. So.
Hello, lady.
There we go. So you see stepping out of the tree to the left, this and walking down. You see this this woman with actually I don't have, this isn't the right icon, but she has silver hair and pale and pale but not like white skin, just like pale pink skin. Dark, beautiful dark eyes, wearing a gossamer blue dress, and she looks and she says, "Well, hello, Al. Where did you come from?"
Owl's going to be directed to do a little wing tip, and when I'm done, I'm just I'll bring him back and I'll put him into this tree here, so he can keep a direct look that way.
Okay.
And then I'll release the visual, so I can take my body back.
All
I
right.
explained to everybody there's a woman on the stairwell, which Smock can probably, I don't know, see through the tree? I don't know.
Well, so, and she comes down, steps down, and what could be her twin sister appears and walks down and joins her. And they're just looking there, smiling and waving.
The owl, I'm going to send the owl to this tree just to say hi. Not threatening, just maybe do like a branch hop, branch hop, branch hop.
By the way, half and I wave back.
Excellent. And
Halfways with an arrow.
and as you hear this, "Sisters, what's going on? What is out there?" And a third one appears and says, "Oh, what a gorgeous owl." And the middle one says, "Oh, yes, sister, we have visitors. They are coming this way. Over here, visitors."
The easiest way to get over there.
Luna walks across the log. I'm gonna actually roll for that. Hold on. Let's do. Oh, of course, not really good here, is it? Well, is it balance? Oh, a 22 makes it. No problem. Luna bounds over. So Smock, you want to roll in athletics just to make sure you don't accidentally fall? Not that it really matters. Oh, you make it over easy.
Alamir's worried.
Hef will do.
All right.
All right, either athletics or acrobatics to go across. Ooh!
Yep.
Jinx steps up, gets about right here, steps on the wrong, just off to the side on one of the thin little branches, and it cracks, and he goes falling in, and then comes up and then swims over, and he is just drenched.
Prestidigitation to dry him off.
Yes. which I think he can do that
He
himself.
he would do it himself. It would
Yeah.
be erased.
So that's no problem. Yes, he will dry himself off. Well, that was not smooth of me, but here I am. And the
Eleanor wants to look at
two of the
this.
sisters will kind of come down. One will come up and kind of climb up on the rock, and the other one stands over here, and the other one is still up above, like talking to the owl very nicely.
Okay. There you go. Okay.
Or if that wants to fly away, that's fine. And she's just standing up there.
Just so that he can keep an eye. Well, technically, he's got he can spin his head.
Yep.
So he can see all of them. That was his position.
And the one up on the rock, she's like, yoo-hoo, right here, come on. These rocks, the rocks or the lily pads are very safe.
Do I see anything in this glowing statue thingy?
No, it's just, they're just,
What about here?
no.
Okay.
Nope, it's just rocks in under the water. These glowing rocks, it looks like somebody sprinkled like some magical dust in a pattern around them just to have them glow. They're probably and they're fluorescent, so even in the twilight, there's probably enough light. If somebody flashed a light on them, they'd probably
They'd
glow
reflect.
for 5-6 hours.
Okay. So it's these lily pads.
Yep, these and these, and these lily pads, yes, and the rocks and lily pads.
Alamir will go up. He'll wave from this island over there. Hello.
Yes.
How fare you in the Fae?
Oh.
How fare you in the Fae?
It is a beautiful dusk, is it not? Such a the stars are gorgeous tonight.
Looking around. Dusk?
It is, remember, it's perpetual dusk.
Yeah, but I'm used to day and night, so perpetual dusk is it? Do I feel like it's dusk?
This is the twilight realm within the
I know.
Feywild. Yeah.
So we show up and suddenly we're having dinner.
Time in each of the Fey realms, like some realms it's always day or always night, so you just kind of live based on time frames, or a lot of times people do what they
I'm
want.
gonna look at Smock and I'm gonna do a little eye thing like, yeah, you wanna go?
Yep, let's do it.
I'm gonna let him or Luna,
So
Smock
Alamir,
go first.
now that you are there, make an Arcana check for me, with
Let's see
advantage,
what
by the way.
Let's
With
see what
advantage.
these people really are. Yeah, they're all hags, guys, but we don't know that.
Probably.
With advantage, so 26. Yeah, as you look, they
They're
are,
shimmering.
they are. It's not that you don't find very beautiful creatures, and they couldn't find, triplets.
They're exactly the same.
But there is something about them that is off. Like you catch, your trained eye catches glimpses of the features and the flow, the way the mouth moves when when especially the woman on the rock speaks, that
Mhm.
that screams to you illusion magic.
Okay, I'll cast a spell.
Okay, you're a cast. Don't you have to touch for dispel, or is it a range? Is it like a?
It's 120 feet.
It's 120 feet. Oh, I don't have my
Yeah.
phone with me. Okay.
I shouldn't have done that with advantage, but I was just putting it up so you could read it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Okay.
Now, if it's innate, I don't know if it'll work.
So what happens? So this that woman on the rock.
Yeah, I
You
would be targeting
watch-
her. It can only be one person.
Yep. You watch because it's one effect. You watch
Correct.
the woman, the illusion begin to fade away, and in its place, you see a hag. You nailed it. She turns into a hag, and you see she goes, "Wait, what are you doing?" And the woman behind her, she said all of a sudden says, "Sister, they see through you."
And before we roll initiative, I just look back and I just haste smug. No, I'm gonna haste spot.
Okay.
That means you gotta make me do something. I started
Yes.
rolling crappy. You know
You
that,
have
right?
to work. You have to work. I want
I need
spot.
turn over.
Now you can roll crappy 50% faster.
That's
That
right.
is correct.
That's right. All right. Let's have
I can roll crappy 5 times instead of 4.
some initiative rolls, please. Let me just go ahead and they're going to give up the illusions.
They're not gonna hold it. Isn't it concentration?
It's not. No.
It's oh, okay.
You have haste on me, right?
You bet your bippies.
Ability checks are at advantage. Is that part of it?
Everything's it's in the
I know. Haste says
It's AC +2, and you get speed is doubled, and you get dexterity advantage on your saving throws.
right, and you can do right. You get an
Additional
attack or
melee
dash,
action.
disengage. Right.
Yeah.
You get one extra action.
I was gonna say initiative on my advantage would be nice too.
Just give me everything. Actually,
I mean, is that okay that the minute I saw it was a hag, I just turned back and went,
yeah,
there you go.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Hey, old dog, how are you?
All right, let me
Rear back,
just
I
take
think
care of
it's
this. Luna. There's Luna. Jinx. Hef.
A lot of mediocrity in the rolls. Love it.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Now let's not have mediocrity. Let's do roll initiative. All right. Or it's not bad.
Better than the rest of us.
I was gonna say it's go
It's
first.
top of the line right there. 15.
And hold on, because I'm doing all three separate.
If you're within 10 feet of me, you get a +4 on all saves.
All right. All right. So the hag on the rock appropriately gets to go first.
Do you need any of us to play any of the other characters so you don't have to do 9 things all in one round?
We could. Yeah, I mean, if you.
I still have control of Hef, so
If you like to do heft, that's fine. Yep.
just trying to help you out so you don't have to do everything.
I appreciate it, and Hef is actually does more now that he's above level 5. So, all right. So, she is going to.
Okay, I can still get his character sheet here, so that should be good.
Equivalent. Yeah, it's really not a whole lot, huh?
Wow, 3 of us all go at the same time too. Who has the better dex?
Really?
Wow, Hef's got a better dex than me. Sweet.
What? Oh yeah, because that's all he focuses on. He doesn't have much else. Yeah. You would think these things would be a little better, but you guys didn't get very close. All right. So she is
No,
going.
they're all about luring you in.
Yeah. And it's the benefit of Alamir being specialized in illusion magic. All right, so let's go ahead and do. She is going to throw a bunch of insults at Alamir. She goes, "Ah, you are a disgrace to your fair heritage. You mockery of elvish magic. The Feywild is. You are unworthy of your presence here." And Alamir needs to roll. I believe it's a charisma.
Okay.
Wisdom save, please.
Wisdom. Give me a second.
With a +4.
Wisdom save with a +4, so add 4 to wisdom save. Oh, I'm screwed.
+4. It was
13.
a DC 12, so
Okay.
you made it.
Cool. Yeah, you go too.
So you ignore her barbs at you, her mockery. Then she is going to.
Making sure she found stuff. Go ahead. I can
Yeah.
hear.
So did they just Tom out of? Did they all break their illusion, or just the one is broken to all of us as he cast his spell?
They all broke their illusion.
Okay.
Yep.
Do we feel like we're in their home then? This is their lair?
Coven. Yeah.
Yeah.
It,
Was there any other illusions around the area that broke too when they lost, or when they dropped their trying to be pretty and fun and come help us? Because I would imagine if they're all living in the tree, this is their lair. So
it is. It is.
things that we might want to point out to each other is all I'm thinking. Like, because of studying that Alamir might know, or I might know, in dealing with our research stuff.
Yeah, not that you can tell, not that you see. I do
Okay,
need to
so
retro one thing real quick, though. Well, go ahead. What was the question?
So the Feywild is just, it still looks like the normal Feywild to us.
It does.
Right now. Okay, great. That's all I wanted to know.
I need to pull something up. And
Because usually a coven of hags will kill the area around it too.
not here, right?
Do they all look like they're green hags?
They do, yes.
Come here, hag.
Did you just say come here, hag?
All
No, I
right.
said, come here, Kia.
I guess I
Come
don't-
here, hag.
Your head
Here, hag.
room.
Come here.
There's one thing I didn't bring up.
Good.
Let me just get it real quick. This is all right. Elamir, I need you to roll D100, please.
Okay.
Wait, what spell level is haste? Is it that 2 or 3?
Third.
It's third. Yeah, I need you to roll D100, please.
I upcast it.
32. Okay.
Feywild magic gets added to every spell you cast. You should know this, Alamir.
Hey, it's cast on you, not me.
So,
But sometimes the effects happen to the person who's casting it. Which you should know. Be
He knows.
cautious of
He,
the
he
magic
knows.
in
He,
the Feywild.
he knows it's a 20. It's a 20% chance.
so we're gonna do it from here. So let's see. 10, 20, 30, 10. So let's do it like this.
Suddenly, Alamir explodes.
And that's 10, 20, 30, 10, 20,
I was-
30.
Technically back by Jinx before after you cast it on me, so it hasn't been my turn yet.
All right, that is the area of effect of a downpour of rain. Heavy rain is falling in that area, causing it to be lightly obscured.
Was that centered on me because of haste or on Alamir because he cast it?
It was centered on Alamir, who cast it.
Okay.
All right. And that is... So she ran up. That's her turn. Alamir, it's your turn.
Is vision obscured or is it just raining?
It's lightly obscured.
Okay. What about the our footing?
Footing is normal.
Okay. Then Almir's gonna
It's always normal.
test the gods and do a little one of these things now. He's casting this. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, lightly obscured gives disadvantage on perception checks, relying on sight. That's really all it does.
Okay. Mirror
It's
image.
just annoying. Gets everything...
Mirror image, Feywild magic again, roll a d100.
That's first level, right?
No, that's second level.
Second level, you're fine. Yep, you're fine.
Okay.
Nothing
And then-
happens.
For movement,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bury myself into the trees.
Okay.
And done.
All right. Hef.
This is light. How deep was the river that's like next to him there?
Well, ask Jinx.
Yeah, Jinx fell in and
His
went...
head didn't go under.
Head did not go under, but went up to the middle of his chest easy, so maybe about 4 feet. I'd see easily a good 4 to 5 feet in different places.
Which way is it flowing? North to south or south to north?
South. It's flowing south.
Okay, so it's mostly flowing around to the left then, and not as much to the right?
Exactly.
Okay, then Hef is going to try to get out of the rain and move through the water to over here.
Okay.
I'm assuming double movement to go wading through the water.
It is. So, but as Hef goes by that lily pad, I need you to roll a d100, please.
See, and he knew that since they said, "Oh, the lily pads are fine," he probably shouldn't go up by it, but he didn't really, think about it that much.
It's Hef's first time in the Feywild.
Yep, that's why I didn't have him think about it. So.
Hef, as he goes by the lily pad enlarges to twice his size.
Oh well, then he's only like knee deep in the water, right?
Yeah.
It's Mario.
Is his head above the rain then?
No, the rain is still falling from probably about 30 feet above.
So we have
That was
super
10,
Hef.
That was
Yeah, you
20.
now have super Hef.
His bow is like 20 feet tall
And
now.
that gets him out of the
The
water.
arrows
Now
are the
he's
size of a tree.
He's still could be. He's still looking through the rain though, so he rolls with disadvantage to hit. Well, he doesn't have to for this one up here, right?
No, so it actually lightly obscure doesn't affect range.
Okay.
It's pretty strange.
Oh yeah,
that
and there's
way.
one to the north of us. I didn't see that one. Okay, then he would shoot the one that he sees the clearest, which is by the water up there.
Okay, no problem.
That's my boy. Hey, right there. Thinking he hit.
Oh, yeah. So 30 definitely hits. So 13
piercing
damage.
damage.
Yep.
And then he gets a second attack now, right? Yep, 2 attacks.
Yep.
Can he add something to the first attack? What was
If he uses a
that? Point.
Superiority die.
superiority die, yeah, he can add stuff if he uses it.
Well, you only have Commander's Strike though, and nobody's next to him, so.
Yeah, he also has the movement thing, and there's a couple, and I think that's it. Is those two?
Distracting strike, goading attack, maneuvering attack, pushing attack.
Oh yeah, he
Oh,
has
can
one.
I knock her down with pushing attack?
No, pushes her back.
Yeah, I think that just pushes.
Slides her back.
Yep.
Great
So
for bridges.
Push the target up to 15 feet.
I forgot he just got 2 more. He got 2 new ones.
Was he enlarged?
Yeah.
He's a big boy now.
He swam. He waded past one of the lily pads.
Nice.
He's going to do the goading attack then.
Okay.
With that, I guess. I forgot about those. So yeah, an extra die of damage, and then she has to make a Wisdom saving throw. DC 15 on a failure. The target has disadvantage on all attack rolls against targets other than him for the next turn.
Right. Okay. She makes it.
Okay, and then another attack roll. I can't mark off his superiority die.
Right. I'll
And it's
take
a
care of it.
D8, right? That I add on.
Yep.
Or is,
It is a D8. Yes, and I just marked it.
one more. Woo.
One more. Hey. Never know when that might be the.
But hey, if now we run across or something, and she'll have disadvantage on us unless she attacks him. So.
Yep. Absolutely.
He's a big target right now.
Yeah, but Spot's fast. And Spot's coming up.
All right. Jinx. So we're gonna keep this simple. So Jinx is going to vicious mockery right back, although I think that's a 60-foot range. So let's see. Jinx can move. Could move. Let's see. 10. Can move up to here, right on the edge. 10, 20, 30. Oh yeah, that's easily within range. He doesn't even have to get that close. So he'll run back to here, and against this one back here on the ground, he will yell insults at her. He'll say, "It's probably better that you're not as good looking as you were before, so that people aren't disappointed in your personality."
I'm getting him a book.
All right, it's a DC 19. Let's see. No, so vicious mockery works.
Oh, Arthur.
Okay, vicious mockery, and it does 2 points. She takes 2 points of damage and has disadvantage on an attack. Next attack. All right. And he will use a bonus action. And actually, how close can he do? You know what? He's not going to do that. He's done. Spot, your turn.
So I need to know a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If movement and dash, do you consider that all one movement, or do I pause in between?
No, you can just do it straight. That's fine.
Okay, because it makes a difference if I fall in the water or not. That's why I was wondering.
Yep. Now, if you're using your flight ability, then you can stay in the air with the speed.
And that is part of what I'm going to do. So by using my Step of the Wind, I'm also going to do Wings Unfurled. But as I go past this lily pad, because this is part of my first movement, is up to this lily pad here, you know, he's just going direct. He's not paying attention to what's underneath the water or whatever as he runs across the top of it. Then I use my dash and do the Wings Unfurled to get up to her.
Okay. Excellent. So go ahead and roll a D100, please.
D100. 24.
24. All right. Okay. As you step and leap off from the area by the lily pad, you feel the lily pad magic rush through your body up into your head, almost like, and this is something that everyone, since you're connected, kind of hears like this ringing noise through your Harper and Order of the Gauntlet and other pins. And Spot, you take 5 points of psychic damage.
We all heard it?
Everyone hears a ringing, but only
Okay,
Spot
but he
takes
took
damage.
Okay.
Yes.
So as I run and my foot leaps off of that lily pad, I like grab my head for a second, but these wings unfurl behind me and I'm floating in the air above her, and then I use my action to do my attacks. So it's just going to be 2 because I already used my bonus action for that, but Draconic Strikes, I'm going to do fire damage against Hag. Sounds good.
Okay.
22 for 8.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
25 for 6, and then I get my hasted. You know, technically, I didn't even need to do that because you had me hasted, but I had to do it to get the wings unfurled, so I'm technically fine. But I can move
That's right.
165 feet right now.
Okay, there you go.
In one round. Anyways,
So you can hit each one of them.
and then I get one more hit. Yes. Yeah, but I'm focusing on one. Okay, that's a 9, so 17 for another 6. All fire damage.
I believe 17. Yeah, you barely hit her with a 17.
So I leap into the air, grab my head, and then I like fly over towards her, kick her in the face, and punch her in the gut once and across the face the other time, and I'm floating next to her.
Was that
trying
extra?
to be all scary with wings.
Did I hear you say 9 damage? Is it plus 3?
No, that's
6.
8, 6, and 6.
8, 6, 6. Got it. Okay. Yeah, and she recoils from you, and she's like, no, leave me alone. What did I do to you? All right, and it is now the owl in the back, or the hag in the back next to the owl. Well, let's just see how vindictive she is. First of all, yeah, not really. She says, you're all incompetent sisters. You're supposed to let them get closer. And she
What do you mean I am? And I just fly around and punch all three.
And she is going to
Quack, quack.
she disappears. Wrong way. Oh, not that one. That one, right? There we go. Yeah, she disappears, and all right, and then it is Luna's turn. Yeah, Luna like steps forward, looks at, and he's like, well, he has swimming.
You only live once.
He's gonna hop out onto this stone, the here, or she is. I'm sorry, she. And this balance. Oh no, and falls into the water, and just begins swimming. So that was 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. And that's her movement. She's going to double move. She's going to bonus action, get out of Shillelagh, and double move up to the hag. And that's her turn. Smock, your turn.
Which one did Hef hit?
The one by Spot.
That one. Okay. All right. I will use my longbow. Or is that with advantage?
It's not.
Not. Okay.
But that hits.
20 hits.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Longbow again. Miss. Okay. And then I will attempt to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
By the way, Mr. DM, whenever I hit anything, if they have any kind of spell concentrated on, they roll a disadvantage every time now.
Oh, really?
Because of Mage Slayer. Yep.
Oh, because you took Mage Slayer.
Yep.
Good to know. All right. Yeah, not.
So now you should be bouncing between all three.
I know, but I'm taking this one out so Hef doesn't have to worry.
Well,
Now that
That's
Smock's
Smock in
over
front of
there, now that Smock's over there, Hef doesn't have to worry.
Yep.
Okay.
They are spellcasters, but they're so incredibly limited in their spellcasting. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they are. It's all up close, subterfuge type things. So.
Yep. All right. So this one is going to attempt to attack Luna. Luna has 17 armor class. So she will attempt to attack with her claws. Here we go. Ooh, yeah, that was vicious. She does 15 points of slashing damage against Luna. She says, "This one's mine, sisters." Wait, how many bonus points for today, Smock?
How many what?
Oh, 13
I
temp.
still had 13 from before, yeah, because we had
Yeah.
that fight last session.
So let me hear if I damage here. There we go. It helps if I do it from the character sheet. Got it. All right.
But she took some hits last time, didn't she?
This
So
one.
She might not have temp anymore.
No, she still had temp that I saw. I don't think she got hit.
Okay.
That was a quick battle.
Yeah, I half remember it.
Yeah, I think that was the first just lightly hard battle you guys have had since the beginning of the campaign. All right, and that is it. She is going to just kind of step back a little bit, but doesn't want to get a extra attack, so that's it. And then the one up by Spot.
She doesn't like me, she said, so she's probably going to attack me, but that gives her disadvantage.
So she says, this is not fair. I do not like this fight. And she disappears.
She casts a spell, I can punch her as a reaction.
Nope, she does not. She uses a this is a special ability.
Did
Okay.
the green hag hit Luna?
I knew I should have
Yes.
taken
Yes.
blind
No,
fighting instead of the
Oh, you're right.
She
She had
had
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
You're correct. Thank you for reminding me. All right.
Well, I mean, it's over now. No, it goes all the
Well,
way to the end of his turn.
it was a 25 and a 7, so she would have missed.
Yep,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
did.
That's why I looked at it going, how did he get hit? Yeah, she was mockeried, so.
So let me give the 13 temp back. Thank you for catching that. I totally forgot.
I have to see them to cast that.
Okay. Yep. So Luna is perfectly fine. Not hit. And I had even marked her with it. I totally missed it.
I just want Luna to have the points.
And Spot, Hag's special abilities, once they go invisible, they are only trackable by magic, so you have no idea what happens to her.
Yep.
All right. And
We
Alamir,
didn't
it's
get
your
her to
turn.
half, so she's not bleeding on the ground for me to track. Darn it. I mean, I did 20 points of damage to her. Hef did 13, and what was his second shot?
It was, yeah, she took quite a bit of damage.
I never rolled a second shot because we were going with the whole.
You did roll a second shot.
No, I rolled the extra D8. I never rolled his second attack.
Oh, you didn't? No?
No, we didn't because I forgot.
Oh, you're right.
You guys distracted me with superior dice. So whatever.
Next time.
All
He
right.
took one because he was a little flabbergasted about being so big.
I'm a real boy.
Alamir, it's your turn.
Real big boy.
What, the owl didn't get to attack?
The owl.
The owl wants
If
to attack. Okay,
if
so
you're
You're
Alamir's
lucky
gonna
the owl
go-
wasn't attacked.
Okay, so Alamir's gonna go 5, 10, and then he's gonna go bonus action. Boop, right there for Misty Step. Let me get
Oh,
rid of
I
that.
see. You don't even want to mess with the lily pads.
Oh, you bet your badunkus. If you know what a badunkus is.
He knows better, but he never warned any of us.
Oh, I watched you all get screwed over, so.
How could you? It was slightly.
Lightly
Obscured in your
obscured.
area.
Lightly obscured. And then I'm gonna use your 30-foot. Yeah, he's just dropping a fireball over here to catch this one and anything else that's in there.
And your owl?
The owl is a manifestation.
Yeah, okay.
It's a summon, but okay.
It's a
Means
find.
it's real.
It's
It's a find familiar. Okay, I will. During the owl's
So
turn,
this
I
is the-
told him to move. There you go.
this is the 10 gold fireball.
There you go. The 10 gold fireball. So I told the owl to move during the owl's turn. Since his action was
So
to
it's
move.
fireball in a party?
Party is
Instead of 5 gold in a party?
15, 20, 25. So I gotta put it right there.
That's fine.
25, 30. Alright.
With your Arcana, you easily can. You have good line of sight, so go ahead. We'll.
And it's gonna be dexterity 16. So let's just
For anybody within the area.
all
Even if they're
right.
invisible.
So we got to do a couple of. There's a 4 and a 19. Does a 19 pass? What's your?
yeah 16.
Okay. Yep.
So they take half.
So one takes 21 and the other takes 10.
10.
Yeah, the one by Luna just kind of it hits her. Just the fringe hits her, so she doesn't quite take the full damage. And okay, I need to just. And you hear a scream from somewhere. Back on the other side of Luna and that one green hag. Wicked wizard!
Now, could the owl find her using his perception? Because he has advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing and sight. Could he zero it in?
So hags are pretty common in the Feywild. I'll just say you know enough about them to know that when they go invisible, they can
There.
only be tracked by magical means.
Okay.
Period. There is
So
no
I detect magic. Got it.
or
True sight. Or
see invisible things like that.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me cast the invisible.
Are you in? Is that
No.
it? You're done?
That's it.
All right, Hef. What does Big Hef want to do?
shoot at that one. Twice this time. $20 for 13.
Yeah.
17 for 8.
And now Luna's next to him.
And yeah, now he will do commanding shot,
So
right?
that's
I
a
can still do
that's
that.
21. Yep.
So another superiority die for commander's strike for Luna to attack him.
Yep. So what's the superiority die?
D8 again?
It is.
That
So
adds to
another-
her attack, right?
Does it? I thought it added damage, but
Because when you take the attack action on your turn, you can forego one of your attacks and use a bonus action to direct an ally you see or hear to strike with a reaction, adding the superior die to the damage of the roll.
Okay, cool. Yep. All right. So Luna gets.
So
to
you
add-
actually got to take off my 8 damage because this would be changing one of my attacks to hers.
So you roll the d8, and she's going to add that. 7. Nice. Okay.
It's added to her damage though if she hits.
Okay.
Right, so Luna has to hit. For it
So
to work.
here, Shillelagh. Here's Shillelagh. Hello, Shillelagh. Okay. And 13 misses.
Wait a minute. That disadvantage is to attack, not to. You don't get advantage.
No, that's
from
not the
mockery,
13. We're just taking the first number.
Okay.
First number is the first roll.
Okay, I just didn't know if it was advantage because of mockery.
No. So unfortunately, she misses.
So it took away 8 damage to try to get more, and we got nothing.
It's a good
Luna
try.
Sucks.
It was a good try. All right.
That's all about working with the group, so that's what he would have done.
Yep. No, absolutely. That is his role. All right. So Jenkins like, well, kind of saw Luna seem to safely jump over on this rock, so he'll try to jump to the rock, and then try and leap over. So let's go ahead and do it didn't work well last time. Oh, much better this time. And leaps over to this rock and over to here. So that is 10, 15. Yeah, so actually just barely makes it to the edge of the water. And we'll go ahead and use attack twice with a hand crossbow against the green hag. Why not? Misses. And misses. And the owl. I see you put the owl on there. So is the owl moving now?
Oh yeah, he's a target now. He's flying up above. He's just trying to keep an eye on the playing field now.
So technically, a familiar actually acts.
See, I thought as a familiar it was a.
You can, but a familiar can also, you just tell it what you want it to do on
Yeah,
your
that's right.
turn.
He's doing it right. Yeah. Okay.
It can, because that's the best way that it can do a help action for you or other people.
Okay. He's just monitoring the fight then.
Okay, looking to see if any of the hags try to.
Yeah,
try to
sneak
get away.
up or. Yep.
Yep. Okay. Spot, your turn.
Let's see. 2 attacks, bonus action, flurry gives me 2 more attacks. So that's 4 plus haste is 5. So I'm gonna. I don't know if she's around me or not. Would that be a waste? Yeah, I guess so. So I'm just gonna run down 5 punches on her.
Okay.
Draw out the other sisters.
Yeah, I mean,
Hopefully, if she falls, I'm pretty sure they will come out being pissed off. So,
I mean, you have movement to go to the other side if you want.
Mm-hmm. For your advantage.
Yes. I don't like having my back to their house, though. Can I do it from here and still get advantage or not?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Kind of keeping my eye on the house and door to make sure, whatever. Okay, so 5 attacks. So use another key point. Where are my key points? Minus. I'm down to 4 already. And again, they're all going to be fire. Let me double check this. Yeah, it just says. I know it's weird on my sheet that says the Draconic Strike has 1 use, but then when you click on it as the attack, it just says this is what it does. So I don't know, Tom, if that is actually 1 use or not, and we've been using it wrong.
Oh, like once per round instead of all your attacks? I honestly don't care. Just do it for all your attacks. That's fine.
Okay. Advantage. So there's roll number 1. 19 for 7.
Yep, that works.
Roll
And I
number
figured out
2.
how I want to modify monk attacks, but we'll
23 for
we'll work
8.
on that later. 23 hits, yes. So that's 15 total.
Another 23 for 10.
Nice. All right, so 25.
Another 19 for 7.
32.
And last one, that's going to be a 25 for another 6. Why is it the higher my attack is, the lower the damage is? I've noticed that tonight.
38. 38. And you pummel her from behind, run around and pummel her, and just
I said Elmower.
yeah, like you hear cracking of bones and bursting of blood vessels and black.
Does she start bleeding at any one of those points?
Oh, she is. She is heavily bleeding.
Okay, then on the second to last one, I'm going to use a key point to try to stun her.
Okay.
And if it fails, I will do it again on the last one. So she needs to make a DC 15. Oh no, plus my new thing, so that's a 17.
Wow, 17 con save.
Wisdom con save, yes. The save is wisdom based, but it's a con save.
Yep. So that's a 16, so it misses.
So she is stunned on that one. So then she
Yep.
is.
See, look,
she is
already that
stunned.
+2 is worthwhile.
Yep.
Nice. All right, so she is stunned. Not doing anything more here, is she? It's not that one. Where is the stun? I thought it was right here. Right here. Stunned. Good enough. All right. Okay. So we're going to do that. Yeah, so that one. Whoops. Sorry. It's Luna's turn, and Luna gets a chance to try to hit her while she's stunned, so advantage. Or an advantage anyway, because you're flanking.
Double
that
advantage.
hits for 8, and that is all. Whoops! All a. Okay. Cancel. How come it's not? There it is. And she is really looking hurt as Luna smacks her in the side of the head with the wooden stick. Smock, your turn. Oh, he's we'll come back to Smock. Actually, He's probably going to try to attack her.
I'm thinking with a bow and arrow.
I'm thinking so too. Ah, cool. He's got it. Yes, that. No, the 16 just misses. And a miss. Thank you, sir. All right. So it is now her turn. And yeah, and she disappears. And they do not come back.
Search their little hovel.
Okay.
The hag lair.
So you go up into
A very crispy hag lair.
Yeah. Here, let's get rid of this. Here, delete this. There is no little woman up here. There we go. You go up into the tree and you see a room. It's a multi-level. There's a small little kind of not alcove, but a loft, a little loft that you climb up a ladder to, and there is another ladder going down through the floor into a level below. And this place is, you can barely move around. There is so many things, basically junk everywhere. So you see, like right as soon as you walk in, to the left on a shelf are all these various eyeballs preserved in liquid-filled jars. And as you and one of them, as you step into the room, like darts to the edge and is pressing the eyeball, staring at you right up against the glass.
Can I use like my merchant skill to decipher any form of what is valuable or not, or cast a detect magic?
Probably a detect magic would be the...
Okay, so give me an action with 10 minutes and I can get 10 minutes worth of magic detection.
Okay. What is everyone doing while Alamir is in here and looking around?
Keep my eye out outside if they appear, if they're still gone and they haven't come back yet.
Okay.
I would get across the river and bring Hef with me.
Yep, not a problem. So you guys get across the river. Hef will, within 10 minutes, he will go down. So
How much damage did you do, Smock? I don't see damage rolls, just attack rolls.
Didn't hit.
he didn't hit.
Oh,
He just missed.
bummer. And then she disappeared too?
Yep. So
Being stunned? How did she disappear being stunned?
Oh,
Because he would have had advantage from shooting.
you're correct.
Oh.
So
and she
roll
was stunned until
twice
the beginning
more.
or till the end of my next turn.
Roll twice more. I totally forgot she was stunned. That's my bad.
She
Smock,
was
go
even
ahead and roll
marked
twice more.
Second time.
I know. Too many things. It's the bright
See,
map.
this is why I
The map
shouldn't
is
walk
so
away.
bright. And one more?
Miss. Okay, one more.
Yeah, because it was advantage on both hits. There it is.
That one hits.
And damage?
Either way, she's still stunned invisible until
She
the end
is.
of my next round.
So Smock puts an
we would
arrow
have
in her,
killed her one way or another. I'm
and she
assuming.
and she is just right on death's door. She had 3 hit points, and now 1. And
tie her up instead of killing her, and I don't know.
yeah, and then
Fireball right there.
yep, and it doesn't even matter how it ends. The owl swoops in and tears an eyeball out. So she died. So you do have a dead body there. She doesn't have anything on her. inside. So after 10 minutes, and while that's going on, where are people? Is this where people are hanging out while you're kind of waiting?
I'm just staying at the bottom of the steps, whatever, trying to like look around to make sure none of them come back, or if I see any kind of weird movement, I'm pointing it out and yelling it out to everybody.
And Jinx will go up and keep an eye on Alamir and just kind of take a look around out of curiosity.
I would stand in front of the walkway if they try to have to get past me to go up if they're invisible.
Got it. And Luna will head up, this way just to kind of keep on lookout in case there's someone up there. Hef takes a position on the rock. Spot and Smock, perception checks, please.
I get advantage because I'm
No,
looking
you don't
on
get
purpose?
advantage on this.
Darn. Never know till you ask. Yeah,
Yep.
see, now I rolled a 3. It rolled off that 16 to a 3.
Yeah, so you're still on lookout. Smock, you think you hear something coming from down by the river to the south, but you're not sure, and it could easily maybe just a fish that jumped out of the water, or you thought or some animal rustling in the leaves. Something grabbed your attention. You're not sure what it was.
Be a few giant trolls running at us through the woods pretty soon.
Sweet.
So, Alamir, let's be. Smock is Smock going to check it out?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, Hef, why don't you come on with me, and I'll yell over at Spot, hey, there's something going on over here.
Okay.
Yeah, go check it out. Let me know if you need me. I'll be there in a flash.
So let's hold off on that for just a sec.
I'm sure if it's been 10 minutes that Hef's enlarge wore off, my haste is gone too, right?
Alamir, roll a d4 for me, please.
D4.
There's lots of things that read as magic in this room, but not all of them are really worth anything. It's like a lot of minor glamours and stuff like that. Roll a d10 4 times now for me, please.
D10 times 4. Doop. It's average.
So 3, 5, 6, 8. Interesting. So
Who do we appreciate?
In addition to the one eye that moved, that one eye that went up against the glass, that is magic. There is a perfectly smooth round stone the size of a human fist. That looks like it has some real magic in it.
Okay, so I need to put these in notes.
Uh,
So I have an eyeball. Floating eyeball.
There is a
You said a stone the size of a fist?
yes.
With
it's
detect
perfectly
magic,
round.
you can concentrate on it for another round, and you'll know what type of magic each thing is too.
Okay, then I can do that too if you'd like. I'll spend a minute with each one.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to like. Do you have identify, right?
No.
Okay.
That's a ritual you'll have to look for.
I'll tell you what. I am just going to here. I'm going to just give you these things in here to copy in, just because I don't want to have to remember and do this
Gotcha.
later. So
Got it.
there's the
Okay.
eye.
Yep, got them all.
Yes. That is actually pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
This is that is the stone. There's also a jar that looks like it's completely empty, but is wax sealed. And that is the jar, right? So,
Argo, got it.
what else did you roll?
8.
This is interesting. Okay.
Great.
Of a long dead elf lord.
A gold piece that is magical.
The very first gold coin minted by humanity.
No, but it's it's the magic that gives you the belief.
Uh-huh.
That's the magic.
Give it to Hef, because he's a real boy. I believe.
Yeah, and
Oh
that's
my
not it.
god,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay.
Have Swiss Smock, though, checking out something in the water.
And that is, yep, so that's your 4 items.
Okay. They're in notes.
Yep. You
Are we going,
also
boss?
find the equivalent of 22 gold.
It's in the bag. Got it. It's in the group bag.
Yeah.
One
All right.
of the, 3 we have now?
5, 7, 8, whatever.
And a portable hole, I heard.
Mm-hmm.
You guys been finding all the magical spots.
We're going to clear that. All right. So, Smock, you and Hef begin moving down to the south. So go ahead and just casually walk down. And you get to about there, and you are headed, so like you didn't know exactly where it came from, but as you get there, on the other side of this bush, looking through the bright violet branches, you see a face, and this dark-haired man dressed in like fully dressed, what are these dressed in? Hold on. Dressed in, pretty sure, plate mail. Yes, dressed in plate. Stands up and begins to run. And I'm just going to put him there.
Where's Hef's bolo shot?
So he is running along the he runs, and actually he will run over to here and jump into the river and begin wading across. So it goes 10, 20, 30, and actually he lands, wait, hold on. Cute. He landed on a he's trying to go across where there is a lily pad. He rolled an 8. Oh.
And I immediately yell, "Spot! We have a runner! We have a runner!"
What? And as he jumps into the water, he is immediately illuminated in fairy fire.
So you can't miss him.
We're not gonna miss him.
Perfect.
And then
I yell up to them up there, and I go, "Going after him. Be wary. There's nobody down here watching out." And then I book it with a normal dash, and I can get right next to him in one round, and I will try to grapple him. Do I have advantage because he's glowing?
Yep.
Well, for grapple, no, not for grapple. Just to
Then I will just try to punch him and use a key point to stun him.
Okay, and I'm just going to do save, because he's right here, so you can get down right next to him. So he's on the other edge of the river.
Yeah, that right there is the max I can go. So.
Okay, so
That's a 25 to hit him then, and he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 17.
Okay, con save. He doesn't get. Really? He doesn't get. Oh, he gets this plus. Nope, he does not do it. You stun him.
He falls unconscious, or he's stunned in the water, and I take out a piece of rope and tie his hands together and
Very good. All
pull
right.
him back to the shore.
So, yeah, you tie him up, truss him up, you pull him back. Here, I'm just going to put everybody
Put
back
him on
up
a
here.
spit.
There
Start
we go.
spinning up.
There you go. So you drag him up here.
Yeah, and then that would be the end of my second round, or the next round, which then he'd be unstunned at that point, but he's tied up. So
Yeah. So you have captured, you've captured a human. Actually, let's see, who is this one? Let me take a look real quick here.
I need a short rest,
Actually,
guys.
this now. So underneath the plate mail, you take the helm off, and inside is a half-white dragon. And you do find the symbol of Tiamat in the iconography on a pendant attached to his kind of a mantle, a mantlet that he's wearing across his shoulders.
Dragging him up, I go, "You guys good? You can interrogate him. I'm gonna sit down. My feet are hurting me.
They're on
I'm gonna
fire.
try to get a short rest in while they interrogate him, I guess."
How and well, actually in
Jesus,
because
at
the
the door.
haste would have worn off, right, after a minute.
Within a minute, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah,
had to
haste
use my
gone.
bonus action to
Yep.
do my normal sprint.
So Luna and Jinx will come down. All right. What do you guys wanna do? He's just he comes out of being stunned. The fairy fire wears off.
I lean up against the tree, rubbing my feet and doing a meditation.
So we're scooching down here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You want to interrogate the half white dragon, half dragonborn?
No, but I'm saying we should keep together. I'm leaving the owl for a circular.
For lookout.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Short rest, 1 hour, right?
1 hour, yes.
Who's doing the interrogation?
You guys got an hour to interrogate him. I'm meditating.
Alamir.
Alamir's doing what?
Interrogation.
You know, me saying breaking thumbs probably does not make him quiver in fear at all.
You have
Jinx
illusions.
is usually the best one to ask questions.
I do start with a divine
Or
sense.
smock.
I do start
If
with a divine
Smock's-
sense.
Let's see what he's like. Yeah, what does he get for a reading on that puppy?
Smock, I'm just gonna do here. I have an idea, but let's do this. Yep, you get a 2. It's about it's like a 2 on the edge of a 3.
Oh, okay. So pretty evil, actually.
Does he say anything when he wakes up or becomes unstunned?
He's close to Charles Manson, so
He is standing there just staring at all of you with a hateful glare in his eyes, saying nothing.
Okay, I'm going to speak common first. Say, who are you? In a not a threatening way, just not who are you, but kind of like just a who are you?
He doesn't respond.
And yeah, he just looks at you, and he looks at each of you in turn, and he just, as much as his draconic visage can, he just smirks and smiles and chuckles deep in his throat.
So
If
but
he has a
doesn't-
draconic nose,
that-
we have that tied so he can't breathe any fire or ice or whatever. Just in case.
Okay.
We put the Silence of the Lambs mask on him.
You find a way to clamp his, but if his jaw is shut,
He
he can't talk.
There's enough to mumble, but not to take a deep breath to blow fire, I would say. Right? I don't know.
Just grab a pot from the house and put it over his face so it comes back at him.
Well, whatever you want to do. Do any of you guys speak Draconic?
Yes.
Smock, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Then Draconic, I ask you to say
After he says, and this would be my suggestion before I go sit down, would be like,
Uh-huh.
one of you guys should play bad cop, the other one should be like, you know what, you better listen to him. He's got a tricky finger for a fireball or something. So that you could talk to him in Draconic going, you might want to listen to whatever, he wants
Or,
you to
or
say.
talk to you because you're the good cop.
One way or another, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
See if you can try to get, I know you hate them, but
and if you are going to do that,
or you can do it the other way and try to play into him if he
no,
he
well,
can
I can't,
become the good guy and you
right,
can
but
become
I
the
can't
bad guy.
communicate to him. I can only understand it. So what I
Well,
was going to
it's
say is
either
you
way.
do.
If I'm sure he understands common too, but
Well, first of all,
speaking his language might be better.
what armor does he have on him?
Plate.
That's a good question. Smock, it looks unusual, and there is there's an interesting embroidered pin attached on the other side from the Tiamat symbol on his mantlet.
Oh, it's behind it.
Make a evil organization roll. That's good enough, actually. So, related to Tiamat, within the Church of Tiamat, there is an organization called the Knights of the Five-Thorned Rose. It's an order of warriors, crusaders, evil paladins, devoted to Tiamat and her spawn. They're based in Unther and Timanther, which are, if I remember correctly, they're pretty far to the east of the Sword Coast. They are arose originally from the elite ranks of what was called the Serpent Guards, and they were tasked with the destruction of all of the followers of Bahamut and any metallic dragons.
So, like, my enemy. Clearly.
This is absolutely your antithesis right here.
So at that point, you might become the bad guy. If you better listen to him, or they're going to release him over to me.
Well, the first thing we're going to do is completely strip him down and have nothing on him but a loincloth or underwear.
Okay. There's not a whole lot he can do about it. He struggles, but you are all.
I do use a butt action on the back of my pole arm to shove that in his face.
Okay.
And if it does him a little damage, that's a-okay.
And you do notice he is already damaged. His arm. It
Good.
looks like from his armor and his boots, and he's got he wasn't bleeding, but was already badly hurt in some kind of recent combat.
Okay.
He also has what looks like soot, some kind of fire damage and soot on one side of his head.
So de-dressing plate armor off of him is at least a good 15 minutes. Okay, I'm 1/4 through my short rest.
Yeah, I pretty much hand Alamir everything, all items of this guy's, and put it in the portable hole. So all he's gonna have is his underwear or whatever he has on.
Got it. So just so Alamir, just so you know, he has a glaive, just a normal glaive, nothing special, and a short bow, and the plate mail, and he does.
Alamir's not here right now.
No,
Please
I
leave a
guess he's
message
not.
after the tone.
I guess he's not. Beep. Leave a message after the beep. And he's gonna have probably a pretty decent. He has 15 gold on him, equivalent.
Okay.
All right.
So once he's semi-naked or down to his skivvies, then we'll begin the questioning. So what he was actually spying on us, correct? Or he was just wandering through and he happened to catch our attention. Do we know which?
He was watching from a hiding place.
Okay, okay, okay. So why were you watching us? What were you trying to accomplish?
I will tell you nothing. The Bahamut page boy.
I see. Alamir, do you? He's not there. Does Jinx have anything to compel people to talk, or any kind of that? Does he have? Some kind of charm?
He has. So he does not have actual charm magic. Charming in terms of his spells. But I do believe, let me take a look. Yeah, I do believe in his bar, so he is College of Eloquence.
Sorry, back. We have an ant problem.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, so Jinx, Jinx will step forward and he will look down and he will kneel down in front of the bound prisoner and he will say, you know, there is
All right, sorry about all that.
far worse than death or even torture. There are things that we could do that would embarrass you greatly in front of your order and the Queen of Dragons. She would disown you. So that is unsettling words that he does as a bonus action. Gives disadvantage. Oh no, subtract from the next saving throw. Here we go. Roll 3. So that's -3 to any saving throw he does. And Jinx continues. So give us something. Anything. Tell us something that makes us believe what you're doing here, who you're with, what your goals are, something. Or we will invoke this embarrassment upon you. Somebody roll me a d20, please. So I'm not doing all the rolls here. $16. Wow, that's excellent. That turns into a 30 for Jinkin. Yeah, that is phenomenal. And it's going to be -3 on a saving throw for this guy. Here we go. Wisdom. It gets good. Nope. He just stares Jinkin in the face and goes, I would never betray my queen.
30 to 17? You might want to rethink that.
So did we figure out what his armor was? Is it just plate mail?
It's just plate mail.
Okay, well, Alamir then, while they're
with,
doing their discussion,
with all of the
Tiamat stuff on it.
yeah.
Well, that's on the mantle. So he has like a piece of cloth that went across the top that had the 2 pins.
Okay, well, while they're doing this...
His armor, the glaive, and a bow are all in the bag of holding.
So you took his armor off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's all. Okay, so...
He is in a loincloth,
Okay.
being intimidated by Jinx and Smock.
You see the up above, and you see the plate mail, glaive, short bow, 15 gold pieces. That's what you took off of them.
I'm just trying to think. It's the sworn enemy of Bahamut.
Mm-hmm.
It was spying on us.
Or was it left here to track us?
Or it was beat up and he got separated from
Correct.
whenever they were in a battle.
So just a simple reminder that you know that there was a group here that was here ahead of you, right? That was to retrieve the Mythal.
Yep. Ask him, did you question him about that yet?
Nope.
I don't speak Draconic, so go for it. Where's the rest of you? Those sort of things.
Yep. So obviously you were with the previous group going for the Mythal. What happened to your team? Why are you separated?
He just stares at you.
Cut off a finger.
Yeah. Luna will begin walking past him and going to check out the forest beyond.
I pull out my cigar cutter.
Hef can go help him.
I mean, you know about dragons. You could easily
Sell the finger.
take away something that is definitely a dragon feature for him that, would make him not be worthy in the dragon's eyes.
I mean, his head.
So I
Just
cut his
kill him.
left.
It doesn't give you answers.
So I cut his left hand off.
You cut his left hand off.
Yep.
And you give it to the... Put it in the
Is
bag
he
of-
left-handed or right-handed? Well, I
No.
know he's right-handed now, but was he right-handed or left-handed before?
Cut his left hand off.
He screams and begins cursing at you in Draconic. Many, many evil, terrible things I cannot say on this stream.
Sure. So I calmly look at him, nonplussed, and say, we can do this however you want to do it. We need answers.
You are only going to kill me anyway. Why
No,
should I tell
Eric-
you anything?
Yeah,
Actually-
we could just leave you tied up as a present for the Hags. They'll have fun with you.
You have a chance right now. If you can answer our questions and then we can let you go, you will have a chance to find your way back. Doesn't guarantee it'll happen. In fact, I hope you perish. However, you could have a chance, but you have to answer our questions. And by the way, I cast Zone of Truth.
Yeah, that did it right there.
There we go. So Zone of Truth.
You didn't want to do that 5 minutes ago?
You see him look, turn as much as he can to kind of side eye, watching Hef and Luna walking into the forest. He turns back. Smock, go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage, please. Okay. And he is going to...
Doesn't he have a saving throw?
that is a
For
saving
Zone of
throw.
Truth.
The Constitution?
Oh, it's a wisdom. Is it charisma?
17.
Sorry,
You're right.
charisma. Sorry.
Well, that he definitely failed.
Yeah, okay, we'll give you that.
He begins to try
I
to
must
say
speak the
something and is unable to. Curses. And he says, "Fine." I give you 3 questions.
What tells you, dwarf?
You give us as many as we want.
All right, Alamir, you have, and what do you guys want to ask him?
We having a little convo party here?
Little conference.
Little sidebar?
I'm just sitting under the tree listening and like spouting stuff out at you because I'm resting. Has your bird seen anything, by the way, of the hags or anything else coming
Not-
back? I mean,
Nope.
it's probably been what, good half an hour.
Yeah, the hags have not come back.
Well, we want to know, one, how big the party he's with, or how big is the, not how big is his party, because it could be separate. How many total people have arrived here into the
How many
Feywild?
have come with you
Mm.
to find the Mythal?
How big was your party?
4 came with me.
4.
We killed 2, or 1 in his ride.
And he gives you a strange look.
Me or him?
You, Alamir.
I give him the, whatever the middle finger
He's
is.
probably not with the Dragon Rider. Is it the same armor that he had on? His plate armor is
The Dragon Rider was
teaming.
teaming.
On the Dragon Rider.
The,
No, but they might not have been part of the same group.
they was different. So in the Dragon Rider, that was actually a dragon spawn. So that is, and dragon spawn, other than the one time with Galvin the Blue, you haven't ever seen them working with other people. They're usually alone.
Yeah, so I wouldn't consider him part of their group.
Okay, so 4. And the question next thing would be, where are the others currently?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he keeps following Luna and Hef with his eye line, so I'm assuming they're somewhere that way.
He laughs and he goes, "Oh, at this
You
point,
gotta tell us the truth.
I would imagine that yes, I would imagine that they are within a half hour, probably less, of the crossing."
So we know what your ultimate goal is, so to answer the question, why are you here, is not necessary.
Actually, I'm going to
You can ask
revise
as many
his answer.
questions
He would have
as
said they're probably probably within maybe hopefully within an hour of the crossing. That would have been his answer.
I was gonna say, he's still telling the truth.
He can
Make
long
it
as
as big of a truth as he wants, though.
or as vague, as long
Correct.
as it's the truth. Who came with you? Tom doesn't want to tell us.
Does not hurt to tell you this. I came with 3 other of my order. We were led by a wizard, one of the
So
wearer
there's
of
5 now
purples.
instead of 4.
A what wizard?
A purple,
Yeah, a wearer of purple, he says.
but that's a total of 5. He said there were only 4.
That came with him.
Okay, so 4 came with him.
Right.
And no, he
Came
can't
with him, led by the purple. So he's again subterfuging his answers. They're
No,
truthful,
he-
but they're not.
He told
Fully
you that 4 people came with him, and now he says that 3 of his order came along,
3 are
along with
And the
one of the
purple.
with a wearer of purple, led by a wearer of purple.
So he's one of the 3.
No,
How do you guys? How do you?
there were a
how
total of
do
5.
you
From what he's
expect
told
to
you, there were
move it?
5 total.
Gotcha. What are your plans to move the Mythal? I know our plans, but
The wizard had a protective case of some kind, a magical blanket to wrap it in.
Does everybody order from like ye old Amazon on this and get the same stuff?
Oh, you don't have a blanket. You have a case.
We have a case.
Yeah. No, he says they had a case, but there was a blanket that
Gotcha.
they were going to use to for the
Wrap and
magical
drag.
effects. Yeah.
Gotcha. And this Mythal is large, correct?
So
Because it's supposed to shrink down into the size of the case.
No. You're thinking of the one in the Shadowfell.
Okay, never mind.
This Mythal is a 4-foot tall statue that looks like a demonic satyr. You've seen it in
Right,
person.
but okay, so... But by
That's why we have the portable hole, wasn't it? Because we're supposed to.
So we don't want to put it in the portable hill.
The portable hole again was actually for the one in the Shadowfell. This one, while heavy, you probably would fit in a bag of holding. It's not heavier than a bag of holding, so it is.
It's not an extra planar
It's a
magical
fairly
item that.
it's a fairly
blow up.
thin 4-foot statue.
That's what I thought.
It's made of multi-hued tourmaline, so it's not
So it's
super.
just mineral.
Yeah.
In all honesty, he's given us the information that we need current. So either A, we just knock him out for 1,000 years.
Who's your mama? Who's your daddy?
B, put him in a portable hole, tell him to hold his breath. Or C, I hate to say it.
Spock likes that one.
C, we all turn our backs and let Smock do what Smock has to do because Smock's going to do whatever he wants to do. As long as we don't hear, hey, Hef, let me show you something.
I mean, he gave you your answers, so technically you could
Unless there's anything you want, Smock, or you want.
leave him bound up and leave him there for the hags.
Yeah, I like the idea of bound
I
up.
would put bound up and put him in their hut.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nice, a little gift. A little
Yeah,
With
gift.
a
thank you.
with a little note saying,
Thank you.
"Sorry about your sister."
We brought you a brother.
Yeah, I like that idea. That's what,
Then
that's
It'll
what
be
we'll-
very fun to have him come back as
He'll be a stew.
another person later, where we see a white dragon without a hand.
I'm totally okay with that idea.
Good.
Wrap and drop. Put a
Let's
bow
do
on his
that.
head.
Yep, let's do that.
And Smock is okay with that? Okay.
He knows more than likely. He'll probably like cut him in the arm or something and let him bleed there for
Bleed
a while.
while he-
Hopefully that he bleeds out before the eggs even find him or something. But you know,
Nick
he
him
won't
on the
tell
way
us that. So
out. Just nick him on the way out.
Wait
So-
a minute, isn't this a role reversal from old D&D, where everybody says, "Look, paladin in the corner, spider," then everybody does the bad stuff. This is a role reversal. So
Okay,
anyway,
So explain again what are you doing with this guy?
we leave him in his skivvies and we keep him wrapped up. His one hand has been cut off, and
Has he been
we-
healed for
Flamingo,
that?
No.
Flamingo, his other hand to his opposite foot when you leave him wrapped up in the,
Okay.
because
So
he
that's-
can't get up and jump away.
Well,
Yeah.
if you're not going to actually heal him, I'm at least going to cauterize it so he doesn't. So I don't think he's going to bleed out. That's my first aid.
We wrapped it with a towel.
Oh, okay, that works.
It's cauterized with a leaf. What are you worried about?
Alamir's
Magical
walking-
lily that keeps
Alamir-
changing him.
Alamir's walking away.
All right. And Luna and Hef come back. They found footprints. They found 4 hoof prints, and that corroborates what you were just told.
Okay. Okay. And then I make sure he's knocked out when we leave him, so he's not actively struggling in the beginning or able to shout.
As you
Uh,
go
Knock
to knock him out, he looks straight into your eyes while he lies there on the ground, and he says in common, "Schmuck. Yes, I know your name. If I know that if I survive this, I will be coming for you."
and the butt of the staff hits him squarely between the eyes, and he is knocked out.
All right.
Flamingo tide. Good hand to foot.
Only hand to
Control.
foot.
After my hour, I'll pick him up, throw him over my back, and carry him up the flight of steps.
So you're gonna put him up the steps?
We're gonna put him in the hut.
In the hut. Okay. You
yeah.
carry him up. You put him in the hut.
And I got my short rest.
We
And
withdrew
you have
and
your short
deposited.
rest.
Yes.
So
I needed that, guys.
everyone, actually at this point, only you can take a short rest. Everyone else was doing stuff.
I'm not taking health or anything because I'm fine on that. I still have 8 temporary hit points. I just needed my key points back.
Yep.
So.
All right. What are you guys doing from here?
Following the trail to
Footsteps. Yep.
To the
the
place?
Yeah, that place.
Okay. You continue on, and the trail is pretty clear from here. All of it looking, as you get closer to Twilight, the Court of Stars, nothing else seems different to have changed. And you make it to the Court of Stars. So in front of you, at the end of the trail, you see 2 huge star-shaped pillars, and beyond it, actually, why is that keep being here? I don't know.
We have Maul here.
Yeah, and I need to actually here. Let me change something really quick. The problem is that somehow Hef's token keeps getting messed up, so I'm just gonna copy all of these.
Is that because you still have me having control on it?
No, it's just he's not. Whatever it is some of these tokens are not properly tied to Hef's character sheet. Speaking of which, Smock, I know that your token is not tied to your character sheet because you added your last name in D&D Beyond. Just so you know, that's why it's not tied.
Okay.
Because they all have to match. All right, let me come back over.
So you either need to change it on Roll20 or your character sheet on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, if you want to keep it that way, and I'll try matching it in Roll20.
I'd appreciate that. Yes.
Okay, then I will work on that between now and next week. All right, so you guys all come up. So, and inside, so I'm not actually, let me take a look, see what you guys see. I think it's a Control L. Yep, so you see quite a bit. So you see the 2 star...
Smock, yep, and this was Luna.
Yep. You see the 2 star pillars, and then 2 huge pools of like darkness, and then globe lights on either side of the double doors that head into this tall, large building that is the Court of Stars. And actually, I believe it's been a long time since I created this. I do believe there is a something to show you here. Let me just find it real quick.
He's gonna drop 3 or 4 things on us right now.
No, I'm not.
Here, take a look at this. Troll.
He always
troll
has
giant.
to end it with a fight. So
That's
yeah,
right.
beginning of the fight, then we'll end and pick it up next week.
You're done with that. Oh wow, really? I guess I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I know what it is. Somewhere here, I can do this. It's actually in the general handouts, because Alamir has access to it. So let me just show to everyone. Can everyone see that?
Mm-hmm.
So what you're walking up to, so that is
I
up.
do not.
Oh, you don't? Okay, so just Dalamir. Let me edit it. Yep, there's Dalamir. All players. Save, show. There we go.
Now I see it.
So this is, so around you, so they're up in the trees from where you're at this level. Up above you, you see all of these various buildings and all around. So even though this map is on the ground, technically you're approaching it. It is up within within trees, and there's walkways and bridges all around you. What would you like to do?
Cool.
Well, Almir knows where to go and how to go in.
I was gonna say I would defer to Alamir and be like, so where do we go? What do we touch? What do we don't
Yeah,
touch?
that's the first thing I need to spread is the do's and don'ts.
Well, at this point, the do's and don'ts usually deal with the nobility that are there in the court and the roles of these social norms. But if there's nobody there, there really are no rules at this point.
That's fine. Okay. What do I know about entering the court through the doors? Is there any specific ritual, specific rules? No. Just walk up, push the door open, and say, "Honey, I'm home."
Yeah, that's basically it.
All right.
That's how it's always worked when you've been here before.
And as I walk up to the door, I'm going to sit. I'm guessing this is walled off. So it's like nothing's kind of come out of the walls or the trees that are around it, since it's above ground.
Right. Yeah. So you can't go around it. You can only just enter.
Then I'll enter. Alamar will go in.
Whoops. Let me turn that off.
Unless the door's locked.
Left everybody in the shadow. I don't see anybody anymore.
Hold on. Let me just drag everybody up. Yeah, I don't know why that happened. Everybody should have vision. How come everyone doesn't have vision anymore?
Well, blindness happens.
We have
Macular
vision
degeneration.
based on our character, I think.
Nope. Vision on these tokens is turned off. I don't know why this keeps happening.
Again, macular degeneration. Possibility.
This is really, hold on a sec here. Let me grab all of you guys.
Say copy and paste from the other sheet, maybe why?
Yes.
That sheet should have had you guys correct, but I don't know why it doesn't. So let's try this.
I should have taken a short rest too.
Spot dynamic lighting on. No, Jinx is off.
Yeah, I was going to say, on mine, I get an aura, a circle of what I can see.
Huh. I don't know why. All right, I got to go through all these again and just figure it out. Whatever.
That's what I just said. As I moved up, the people that were still out there, I lost sight of them because they went into not in my area anymore.
Right. So I just made sure at least that... so Alamir, Spot, and Smock, you all have vision on. So that's all that matters right now.
Okay.
All right. So you look inside. Alamir, what can you see? So that is what... Oh, you haven't gone inside yet.
Nope.
Okay.
Want me to go inside?
Yep. So let's... here, let me open the door. You open the door. And inside, you see where it's supposed to be, flanked by glowing globes. On a pedestal at the far end, you see the Mythal Guardian.
Approach cautiously. The question I have is, are we just taking it, guys, to protect it, or are we staying here to protect it?
Do we recall the mission?
It was protected, but they also gave us the option of moving it if we thought that it wasn't safe or secure. So is it a...
Well, I kind of still wonder, and I kind of posed this question to you guys as we walked, that the dude said they were an hour away. How long did it take us to get here?
5 minutes.
So this would have been another 45 minutes to get here.
So they were still an hour ahead of us.
Yeah, which means
So
they should
where are
either
they?
be here,
Mhm.
yeah, or they don't know where they're going, and that's why they were spying on us to follow us here.
So go look behind us.
So, which if that's true, they went and saved their guy first because we left him there, and
Sure.
then
So
they followed us here.
Hef
So,
and Luna will keep a lookout at the door.
Okay.
All right.
Can always just set an alarm on the door.
I just kind of walk around and
Yeah,
make sure
just
there's
go do it.
nobody hiding, whatever. Take a peek inside rooms and.
Yep. And the whole place looks like there are some
should
nice
there be people
furniture.
here?
There's chairs and couches and tables, and it's all very well furnished, really nice. But there is nobody there. Which, actually, Alamir, that strikes you as
That's strange.
strange. Not
Yeah,
that nobody
that's
is
why
here
I'm
because you
wondering.
knew nobody was supposed to be here.
But
you know nobody is here because of the dangerous emanations of the Mythal. You don't sense that coming from this statue.
They've already taken it and swapped it out.
Smock. Divine sense.
Yep. Cast Divine Sense.
That's a 20-foot radius or 40 or 60?
60.
Do it from the middle of the room.
And
So,
walk towards it, if anything.
well, it's within it. It's only 25 feet away, so it should be in the globe. At the same time, he can do both. He can, do down. It'll go over here. It'll go over here.
Okay.
Because as the whole thing is, this place is normal. It's just not normal.
Yep.
So if it's not normal, what's not normal about it besides it's not emanating? What did he get?
So you go up and you look at it closely.
No, it's Smock's divine sense.
Oh, Smock's divine sense. Smock, you do not get anything on your divine sense.
In any direction?
Nope, nothing.
Okay.
Other than what you usually pick up from
Alamir,
Luna and
'cause he's-
Alamir.
Because he's crazy. Yeah, I'm going to investigate it, inspect it. Not that I know what it
as you
should look like.
as you get closer,
Uh-huh.
you get easily when you get within 10 feet.
I'm there.
You're able to discern some of those telltale signs, and you know it's an illusion.
Okay, so I'm going to pass through it so that it's broken illusion.
Yep, and it
everybody-
actually it just disappears, and all that's left
And-
is a blank pedestal.
And everybody sees this. So the question is, did we miss it? Did it pass by us? We need to do a quick check. How big is this place?
It's pretty big, but Spot has already ran around it,
Okay.
and there was no one and nothing else here other than just the furnishings that.
Okay, investigation, whatever to do, and also have Jinx start looking around, and Luna everybody just start looking around for clues of where did it go.
Okay.
Look, I know the place is probably clean, so unless there's mud tracks that we didn't bring in,
Well,
or
Jinx comes up to look at the pedestal since that's where it was last. Go ahead and roll an investigation check. You're probably much better at it than him. Yeah.
Please log in for the Google Home app.
So, Alamir, when you're looking, you see the spots, and from what you can tell of the top of the pedestal, from where you know it sat, and you can tell where it sat. Not that there's necessarily dust, but there's markings, and there is a discoloring. It sat here for millennia.
all right.
So there is a discoloring of the marble that is not under the spot where it sat. It looks like it was tilted forward and from its spot, and then it's gone. So it was lifted or put into something, but you see no other.
But the marks it left were that it was removed from it heading towards us, towards down south.
Yes.
Okay. Tell Jinx, Luna, both go outside and see if you can find the trail going in another direction.
Well, yeah. So Hef and Luna go outside.
I'm gonna look around the back of it and side of it.
And Hef is not good
Hef
at it
breaks
tonight.
himself.
Hef is just.
That's because he's
Luna's
not
got-
letting me roll.
Yeah.
If they're
Oh,
outside,
Luna comes back in quickly, and she's like, "Yeah, they were here. I see signs that people were here, came in and left. Probably an hour and a half, or at least over. It's been over an hour since they were here."
and you have a direction the way they went,
Well, south back towards the crossroads.
then that's where we have to go.
Yep.
I don't have a fast way to get to the crossroads.
No, there is no fast way. You have to go back the way you came. But you've traveled that way already. You get.
Do we double time it?
Yep. You can
You
double
can
time it.
To a point, yeah.
I mean, I move with free movement, so
Yeah,
I can
okay.
run back. If we're going the back the same way and I know the way, I'll just try to scout ahead and book it as fast as I can to see if I can catch up with them or understand anything.
So double timing it only takes you about an hour and 20 minutes to get back to the crossroads.
Right.
And the two dead bodies are still there, and you get here having not encountered anything. Luna and Hef look around again, and Luna goes, "Yep, nope, they beat us here by at least half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, and they probably already went through."
And I can't get us out of here.
Well,
So,
but so the crossroads takes you back to the prime material plane, which will only work this one time. Or actually, you know what? You're right, because if they took the Mythal.
I have to use my teleportation circle.
So
I
this is interesting. Roll 2d10 for me.
It's whose turn?
It's
Spot.
It's
yeah.
Spot's turn. Yeah.
That was almost 2 9s.
Mm. So you reach this point. The shimmering field that was here, that would allow you that you came through, is just the slightest little sparkle. It's still sparkling. It's still a light shimmer. It's not as solid or as clear as it was when you came through, and it is diminishing by the minute. You can see it starting. The magic is fading.
Is that a hustle up? Let's go, or what? Waiting for Alamir to tell us.
We don't have a teleportation. Hold on, let me check my notes.
Alamir, make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
Just roll an Arcana.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh yeah, you clearly estimate that you can still use the. Let's see. You say hour 28.
So if we knew they were coming
Wow.
back, why did
So
we even leave this area?
you look and you estimate. So the portal is still active, barely. You have at most a minute to try
Okay.
to use it.
Let's go. I tell everybody get in the portal now.
Yeah.
Run, 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 run.
Run.
So
Double time.
Spot rolled an 8. That's 80 minutes. I said they had gotten here about an hour and 20 minutes before you. That's 80 minutes. Yeah, so you guys go rushing and you go through the same. So the same thing in reverse as you go through the portal.
But we're going to where they went.
Well, is back to the forest outside of Hill's Edge, back where you came through. And so you come back into the forest outside of Hill's Edge, and behind you you see within just a handful of seconds the last glimmering sparkles of light and energy and magic from the Feywild fades from the glade that you're standing in.
So they're an hour and a half ahead of us. Let's go. Where are they going? Let's try to catch up to them.
Check the ground. Let's do some
Okay.
trail.
Yeah. So Spot, you want to roll survival for Hef?
I was to say Hef, Jinx, and Luna all got to roll it. So yeah.
Definitely not Elamir.
Hef's is a +3. He's just proficient in it, where I'm a +3 and I'm not proficient in it.
Yeah, but proficiency lowers the DC.
Yep.
Luna looks around and very quickly. So Luna is the one that has been like
On the ball.
On the ball, noticed, like really identified and tuned into this group's prints and signs of passing. And she looks around and she says, "Oh, they were here, and then they just disappeared. Like right over here. Like this is where the trail ends." And you
They
notice
came to
that
this plane and then teleported.
yeah, they're gone. They're gone. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Well, that sucks.
If we knew they were coming back to that portal to leave, we should have never left and just waited for them. I didn't know that was the only way in or out, so.
It's technically not, but it's the closest. Well, all right. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, gentlemen, for playing, as always. And thank you, everyone who's been watching us. And until next time, may your life be filled with peace, joy, and love. And whoop, switch.